It's me, Cadence, and I wanted to show you guys how to get your UI to not be affected by Reshade. As you guys can see, I'm moving around, I have fog on, it's not blocking anything. And let me show you what would happen if I removed it. The UI would get blocked randomly and it would just not look very good in general. As you guys can see, it does start to get blocked. However, I'm going to show you guys a little trick on how to do that. Okay, so what you guys are going to want to do is you're going to want to download GIMP. GIMP is basically like the free version of Photoshop. I'm going to show you guys how I personally did my UI mask in Star Stable. And to do that, you're just going to say open an existing image. I'm just going to pick this one. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a screenshot of Star Stable like this with the UI available. And so you're just going to have a blank image like this. You're going to have your UI, everything, whatever. And to do the UI mask, you're going to create a layer. So you're going to come down here, create a new layer, and I'm just going to name this mask for the sake of the tutorial. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to fill this mask in with black. So as you guys can see, there's this little thing right here. You're going to click these little arrows right here. So this is white, this is black, and then there's a bucket tool. You're going to click this bucket tool and we're going to fill the entire thing black like so. So after you fill it with black, you're going to create another layer, and we're just going to call this white layer, even though it's not actually white. It's just going to be a blank layer. But as you can see with the layer underneath it being black, you can't see anything, right? Well, to fix that, you're going to click on the black layer and you're going to change the opacity of it. So you want to lower it to where like you can see just enough. It doesn't even have to be like full, like you can honestly turn it all the way down if you wanted to. But this is just so you can see the UI. You're going to go back to your white layer and you are going to zoom into the areas that you want to cover. So what I'm going to do is you're going to drag click and it's going to zoom into those areas that you want to fill in. Now I'm going to take this little white brush, and as you guys can see, when you hover over it, it is going to have a circle, and that's going to be like your preview of what the brush is going to look like. So you're going to change the size, and until you find the size of, what you want it to be here, let's just say 58. We're going to put it there over each and every single one of these little things here. Okay. And so you can cover however much you want, if you want it to look cleaner or, whatever. This is just personally what I do. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through and cover all the little things that usually are obstructed by Reshade. And this might take a little while, but otherwise it's not too bad. You're going to go up to this little rectangle select tool. They have a rounded corner option, and this is very, very helpful for the things like this. As you guys can see, you can just kind of select where it is. And then there's a fill button, make sure it's white, and then you could fill that in just like that. And we're going to go around and do that for all of these things as well, such as the dismount button here. Now for your horse's name, my horse, you don't want to do like a short name because not all your horse's names are going to be the same length. I personally just like to do the same length as the bar underneath it. And, so to zoom out, you're going to hold left control and click. And, oh, that is way too far, whatever, totally fine. So as you guys can see, this is what we got here. We covered the entire UI. Now, as you can see, you only have the white parts here. So you're going to go to the black mask and you're going to turn it all the way up again. And this is the image that you're going to need to upload into Reshade. So to do that, you're going to go to File. You are going to go to Export As, and you're going to rename it exactly this. You're going to do UI mask. So UI undercase, lowercase, and M capital, and the rest like this, exactly this. You have to have it as this, otherwise Reshade is not going to recognize it. So what you're going to do is you're going to find your location for where Reshade is installed. Personally, mine is under program files. I'm going to find, oh, that didn't work. Mine is under program files. Where is Star Stable? Oh my God, I'm blind. There it is. And then client, Reshade shaders, and textures. You are going to save it in this textures folder. So once you are loaded into Star Stable, it is not going to look like this just yet. What you're going to need to do is you are going to need to look up UI, and you will see UI mask top and UI mask bottom. They will look like this. You're going to need to select these, and then out of your entire active list, you're going to need to drag UI mask to the top and keep UI mask bottom at the bottom. And that is pretty much how you guys get your UI to be visible in Star Stable while using Reshade. I personally found it very annoying to have Reshade kind of obstructing my UI. I don't know why, it was just so annoying. But luckily, if you guys want to use this and are also a big fan of photography in Star Stable, as you guys can see, if I click on this, it's gonna have it still. But luckily, you can actually turn these off whenever you want and still take pictures without having it obstruct your game. So it is extremely helpful in my opinion. I hope that this was helpful for you guys and you can actually start using Reshade while gaming and not just while taking pictures. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and let me know down in the comments how this worked for you.